Then all of a sudden I get involved with Trump, and I'm helping him out win the 2016 election. He wins. He asks me to be his national security advisor, and all hell broke loose. This story that we are facing right now, what Trump is going through, what we all experienced going up to this election, and these people are not done. So these people are not finished trying to screw Trump and screw this country and basically take it over. I mean, this is a long time in coming. I mean, this is how they operate. And so those early days, and we know it began in 2015 when Trump decided. They weren't exactly sure how Trump was going to play out in the primaries during that period of time, but when he did, and then he wins, that now all of a sudden it's like, okay, we can't allow this to happen, because the bigger plan, and most people don't know, but this is for real, and they won't argue this. The bigger plan was 8 years of Obama, 8 years of Hillary, and the Timcast live from the Daily Wire headquarters wouldn't exist.
Nope.
Okay, so we are still in the throes of this fight, and the way that I describe this, and I described this the other day talking to some folks after the victory, because it's like, and I use the metaphor because I'm a military guy. I use the metaphor of the Normandy invasion, that we are at about like D-Day +1 right now, right? That we cannot say, it's victory over Europe already. I want everybody to feel good. We fought really hard. We won a massive, a monumental, historic battle, but that's just one battle in the war to continue to keep this thing moving and do the things that are necessary to do.
So what happens from now until the 20th? I imagine the moment Trump walks in that door, that's a big problem for these people.
Yeah, I mean, from my perspective, Trump knows what he wants to do. He's got, he'll pick great people, and there's going to be an establishment, sort of the rhino establishment, whatever you want to call him. There's going to be a political establishment elite that will try to pressure him to take certain types of people, right? That's a different issue. My thing right now is to message as much as I can, and I do this every time, and I've done this since really even before the election, is to message that these people are not done trying to kill him. So, and I don't say that lightly. So I'm not saying it because I'm just, reading it on the internet. I mean, everything has to be different. The way he is taking back over the country must be done differently. He'll decide whether or not, he listens to what I'm telling him. But my thing is he's got to stay alive, because they're not going to give him the resources, Tim, to be able to stay alive, okay, that he should have. So they're like, he gets in an airplane, he ought to have fighter escort. He gets on that airplane parks on the ground, there ought to be air defense systems around it. He ought to have, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I could go on and on and on.
Well, I think Trump should be, for the next couple of months, in a secure location surrounded by the most trusted people imaginable. He should not be traveling, because there were two attempts.
Yeah.
He dodged a bullet, and then we had a plot. And we also heard from Matt Gaetz that there are 5 Iranian assassination teams.
Yep.
Donald Trump right now needs to get into office. And there are a lot of podcasts popping up where I'm seeing people saying, doesn't it feel a little strange how calm all of these elites and wealthy individuals, some who may be on the Epstein list, are? Yeah. They're certainly calm. When Elon Musk gave an interview and he said that list is going to come out if Trump wins. Yeah. And now a lot of these people are like, oh, it's totally fine that Trump won.
Yeah, I think it was the CEO of the Clinton Foundation stepped down on Wednesday. So, I mean, it's like not a lot of people know that, because it just comes up as a little blip. And you kind of go, some friends of mine that have fought that organization legally in the courts and have beat them, Clinton Foundation, they pay attention to these things. And you kind of, these are signals, okay? These are signals. What I look for is what we call indicators, and indicators are part of what you're talking about, but it's also messaging. So messaging like Karl Marx or Joseph Stalin would have been proud of the concession speech that Kamala Harris gave, okay? And people can go back and they need to examine it. And what Biden just said, I think it was yesterday, people need to look at that, and that's being ripped apart. But go back and listen to Kamala and listen to her concession speech.
What's
there are 43 on the books signed by different presidents going back to at least I would say Johnson, but there's 43 national security emergency orders on the books signed, okay, ready to be executed. And if one of them is executed, it automatically kicks in about 150 different laws in the country, okay? So, and I've written about this, and people can go see what I've written about it. And these things matter, because if there is a national emergency, right? So maybe if something like this happens, and I don't want to, I hate going down this path, because I want to be positive, I want to be optimistic. We just fought a major war or major battle here. We won, and we're moving forward, and everybody's, it's nirvana. Because believe me, that when they start to talk about, a smooth transition of power, right? If Trump had lost the 26th of November, he'd be in prison for the rest of his life, and they would destroy his entire family. And guys like me, okay, who I know I'm on a target list, and many others who I know that are high-profile people, they would come after us. So these are not like all of a sudden they're kinder and gentler people here, right? So we are. That's why I say we're kind of at a D-Day +1. We've broken through the hedgerows. We're up on the beaches of Normandy. We're up on the cliffs, and now we got to move forward. And it's going to be a tough slog, because at every point, and they're already talking about it. You know, the sort of the minions in the apparatus, they're already talking about, you know, how to disrupt the next administration, right? Even though the powers to be are saying we're going to have a smooth transition, there was no smooth transition for Trump from that moment where Trump and Obama met in early November of 2016, the war has been waged from that point when they met.